Hey everybody,
Hello, peoples.
welcome to episode 3 of the Parker's Couch Podcast.
Hey,
We need a jingle. It's time
What?
for a jingle. If you're out there and you want to make a jingle,
Give us a jingle.
give us something.
Oh, let me move my mic back. Give us a jingle.
We definitely want one. It is time. And I'm going ahead to hold up something here, just so y'all see. This week was a week, brother, and it started off really great. Really great. For those of you on YouTube, you see the book I'm holding up, or my brother's holding up right now, and that's going to come into play in a minute.
Yes.
But this is the Parker's Couch, and if it is your first time joining us, we are two brothers who like to sit and talk about everything from
Under
politics,
the sun.
entertainment, sports.
Nothing's off limits.
You name it. Yes, nothing is definitely off limits.
If you have suggestions or something you want us to talk about, you can always feel free to leave a comment.
Definitely do that.
We'll address it.
And, we'll let you a little bit into our weeks and how it's going, especially when there are movements. And my brother knows I have had a week.
You have been a chatty Kathy.
It has been a week
this
for me.
week.
It has been a week for me.
In not a good way.
Some ways good.
Some ways.
Because it started off great.
Well, start off great.
With this right here, because we got to see the Joy Reid.
The Joy Reid.
Yes, give her a talk on a book tour.
And the family affair.
Molly.
I thought it was so wonderful how her family was there to incorporate everything about the experience as well.
Absolutely. Oh, it was so great.
It was a perfect night.
A perfect night. The conversation. And then who she had interviewing her.
David Beschlaw. I'm a huge fan. He's the world-renowned historian.
Like
nerd time for all the nerds out there. Yes, I love David Beschlaw.
It was so great. It was so great just to be there. My brother and our friend John was there, and we got to take a picture with Joy. I'll make sure I put that picture up. So those of you on YouTube are seeing that as well. And my brother dropped in a little line to you, Miss Joy Reid, about our podcast.
I did.
And Joy wrote it down.
She did.
And she said, I'm going to check it out.
So I hope she watches this episode.
So Joy, if you are here, welcome.
I'll listen to this episode.
Yes. Welcome to the Parker's Couch. And I hope you enjoy.
Yes. Welcome,
and
Joy.
The rest of y'all as
You're
well.
always welcome.
But Joy set the scene of what was going to be, even though it started off great, it was going to be a rage-filled week.
A rage-filled week.
I had a lot of rage this
week.
We
get to my question being asked
to
Joy also?
Go ahead.
Thank you. David Beschlaw asked my question to Joy. And she answered it perfectly, too. And she had a response that I thought it was going to be about how emotional it was to write this book. Being that she does have a good relationship with Dr. Merle Evers.
Mm-hmm.
And
you were really proud.
I was proud. I told David he had great taste. And he looked at me like I had 3 heads.
He did. But congratulations. Because you actually had a question. I didn't. So I can't say nothing. Yours got picked. And he was throwing them cards out too.
He was like,
he was going through the questions.
This is not a good question. This is not a good question.
Stop though yours.
Yeah.
Like 1 or 2 or 3.
Yes.
At the max.
Yes.
That was asked.
Your boy.
All right. But after that great event, the rest of the week kind of
it took a little nosedive.
It took a little dive, but that was to start us off on a nice Monday of the week. And one of the things beyond the personal, the world just seemed to be on fire.
The world was crazy all week.
Just a lot of things going on. And one of the things Joy had posted on her site was dealing with DEI, which becomes a bit topic of this week that we're going to get into first. And the first post that I saw from her was from Mayor Randall of Alabama, responding to a new bill that was going on there in Alabama. And let me just let you know what happened here. So his statement, he says, although I'm the biggest Bama fan, I have no problem organizing Black parents and athletes to attend other institutions outside of the state where diversity and inclusion are prioritized. The bill, written by Republican Senator Will Barfoot, bars college lecturers from discussing or teaching topics it deems divisive relating to race, ethnicity, nationality, sex, and religion. It also has a bathroom clause prohibiting transgender individuals from using school bathrooms that don't match their assigned gender at birth. Alabama has 38 public colleges and universities that enroll around 250,000 students, including the University of Alabama and Auburn University. And he goes on, the mayor said, if supporting inclusion becomes illegal in this state, he said, well, hell, you might as well stand in front of the school door like Governor Wallace.
Pretty much.
Remember George Wallace?
Segregation today, segregation forever.
Whenever he definitely opposed Black enrollees coming into the school. And that's what it's given. It's given segregation here. And I think that's a fair question, whether or not we should think about as Black people are pulling back. And I would say even beyond Black people, whenever you are represented in whatever the diversity initiative is, you should really consider about pulling back with going to some of these schools. Make it hurt.
Yeah, I really wish. I mean, I don't want to stop any opportunity for any kid, especially like if this is their only avenue to get out of their impoverished situation or whatever the case is.
Right.
But Nick Saban's not coaching Alabama anymore. So
okay,
go somewhere else.
Go somewhere else,
please.
Yes.
I mean, don't give them the satisfaction or the luxury of your talent. Take it somewhere where your whole personhood is going to be appreciated, not just what you do on a football field or a basketball court or a tennis court or whatever your sport is.
And I think that's key with hitting the sport, why he brought it up there too, because that's the moneymaker, and that's what they're doing all these things off the backs of Black athletes all the time.
Absolutely.
We're like, hey, no, we're not going to talk about your experience. No, that can't be done in the classroom.
Right.
None of that stuff.
You want to get your rights back? Hit them in the pocketbook.
Okay.
You'll get them back real quick.
Absolutely. And for Alabama not to be undone, Florida is like, hey, we hold on, hold my beer, because I'm gonna one up you right here. So the University of Florida announced on Friday it is eliminating all diversity, equity, and inclusion employee positions. Hear that again. Eliminating all DEI employee positions. So this change announced through an email administrative memo. It comes after the Florida Board of Governors labeled expenditures related to DEI programs as prohibited expenditures. So they have to comply with the law, and the Board of Governors defines DEI as any program, campus activity, or policy that classifies individuals on the basis of race, color, sex, national origin, gender identity, or sexual orientation, or promotes differential or preferential treatment of individuals based on such classifications.
Jeez, it's so much I want to say.
So it says that a university may not spend any state or federal funds to promote, support, or maintain programs or campus activities that would violate this new law, if you will, what ruling that they have there in Florida. And then your good old Governor Ron DeSantis went to Twitter, or X, if you want to say.
Ron DeSantis.
He says DEI is toxic and has no place in our public universities. I'm glad that Florida was the first state to eliminate DEI, and I hope more states follow suit. People, don't go to Florida. Do not. I'm not spending another dime. As much a part of me would want to go to Florida for the beaches and things like that and enjoy a little vacation, there is no way in God's green earth that I'm spending a dime in Florida.
A dime any of my time. The great Tinder Cross from the Native Land podcast, check it out if you're not listening,
Yes.
once said that Florida is the dick of America. And I think she's absolutely right. Ron DeSantis he will go down in history as one of the absolute worst things to ever happen to the state of Florida.
Absolutely. One of the worst.
The worst. I think he was like a history teacher or something in a former life. It's pretty ironic that he's going to go down in history as the scumbag of America.
Okay.
This is just so idiotic that the state of Florida is going to be so lily white, boring, and bland. I wouldn't want to go to none of those campuses.
None.
FAMU. That's the only place I would go. Bethune-Cookman. That's in Florida too. The HBCUs.
How is this going to work on an HBCU campus, though? Like, what are they going to deem?
No white people allowed, because what's that?
No, I'm not talking about with what can be taught in the classrooms in this ruling. Like, and how strict, like, how are they going to police this?
I don't know how to
govern
the HBCUs, because I don't know.
You know what's going to happen? It's going to be some plants like they did in Harvard. They're coming to get her out. People are going to be planning and coming into these schools and trying to critique and listen to what's going, because it's not hard to go into a classroom
at all.
Or in college. No. It is. People are going to be trying to get people fired in a lot of ways.
And they're going to plan some white kid to go to the school, too, I'm sure.
Absolutely. And report. To me, it's just, oh gosh, these fake culture wars are now really affecting people's real livelihood. And something like all these employees now are out of work. Unemployed.
Yes.
And they have, like, I think it said later on in the article, like, they're giving them 12 weeks, I want to say, or something, that they're hoping they have a time period to apply to other positions that are open in the university currently. And they're going to try to expedite their
I'm sure they're going to prioritize those individuals,
right? Please, and trying to expedite their resumes or in applications or whatnot. This is just a
cesspool of America. Like, the South is, I see a lot of people are promoting, hey, we need to go back to the South. They're like, let's do the reverse migration.
That reverse migration.
I'm never going back to the South to live.
No, ma'am.
Ever in life. This is beyond ridiculous.
Done. What else is ridiculous is, y'all, I got 4 letters from the IRS. I looked at them for a while, and I said, I do not want to open this.
You're like, I'm not opening this.
I already know what it is. These damn back taxes. And it was like covering like 4 years of taxes that I still owe. It's less than 10,000. I'm like, why y'all coming after me?
Leave me alone.
Well,
we agree. Donald Trump has issued one thing that we do agree with.
What?
Abolish the IRS.
He did.
Just get rid of it.
We agree with that. But don't agree with his Trump taxes. Y'all complain about taxes and doing that. Y'all don't understand. Blaming Biden, but we are under Trump's taxes until 2025 still.
Bleeding us dry.
Bleeding dry. And wondering why y'all ain't getting no money right now. You thought he was for you? You thought he was going to
get the billionaires.
Okay.
Hello?
So this set, I'm already struggling with, going into this last week of my current position before my contract is over, thinking about money and have the kid about to go into college and all these things. Here go these taxes.
Life is life.
I felt like Terrence Howard. If y'all heard the Terrence Howard news, where the court
and I agree with Terrence Howard 1,000%.
The court just ordered him to pay $1 million worth of back taxes. He actually only owed $578,000. I'm saying only, but between 2010 and 2019, it was like $578,000. But because of interest and penalties, of course, like, what is interest on tax? Like, what is the interest? Why? I don't get
Sam
that.
Is greedy.
So now it's $1 million, but Terrence Howard, he claimed that it is immoral for the United States government to charge taxes to the descendants of slaves. And let me tell you, brother.
Amen.
Amen. I'm riding with Terrence Howard on this.
Yes.
1,000%.
You know, we need to really we need a lawyer to really jump into this argument here and really come up with a way for us to get out of this.
Somebody got it.
Somebody got to do it.
Please, somebody got to do it. I don't know what the IRS would take from me. I ain't got nothing.
What you gonna take?
I don't know where you gonna
Blood,
get it.
sweat, and tears.
I don't know what y'all want to do about your money. I don't know what to tell you. Like, y'all gonna put everything else on pause in my life? You gonna put the rent on pause?
No.
You gonna put the child support on pause?
No.
You gonna put all the other bills on pause? You gonna buy my groceries?
Nope, then I'm muting.
So, yes, that's been stressing me the hell out.
But you know, it's a brighter day coming. The sun is shining on us literally right now. Yes. So, it's going to be okay.
We'll see. Maybe.
It's going to be okay.
But maybe that brighter day. And then when I see stuff like this, positive news, but then it makes me even angrier what could be done. If y'all heard about Albert Einstein College of Medicine in the Bronx, one of the poorest areas there with a school, they were just given $1 billion, which
amazing,
pretty much ensures tuition forever.
For a very long time.
A very long time.
Yes.
For the students like going through that.
Is it just for medical students?
Yes, it's the medical. Well, it's the College of Medicine.
Yes.
Albert Einstein College of Medicine. Yeah, so just for the medical students. So, in which they come out with an average of $200,000 worth of debt.
Jeez.
After the school. Isn't that crazy? Just to think about and imagine getting that announcement.
Oh, I see why they're doing the Holy Ghost dance.
They were going crazy.
Shit.
And
I don't blame them. Yes.
I would have been shouting to the rooftops.
Oh, they went out to party that night. They said, I don't know if y'all had exams or any papers that were due.
Yes.
They didn't get done that night.
Did not.
They were partying, baby.
But this woman, I don't know how to pronounce the right last name, but Julia is either Koch or Couch, or it's Koch. But she was the wife of a billionaire.
The Koch brothers.
It's Koch. There we go. Koch. Julia Koch. And her husband just did investments. And they see he was part of Warren,
years ago, right?
Yeah, and it was like with Warren Buffett, like in some of them early days and stuff. So they got mad dough, and she's old, and she was a former professor there at the school. Don't want no name attached to a building. Not doing it for anything, like just
for the kindness of her
heart.
Yes. See, there are good people. There are ethical billionaires out here. I didn't think they existed. Here's an example A.
Didn't you tell me a stat about billionaires? Was that you that told me that?
Yeah. Like they are hoarding about $13 trillion of our economy, just sitting in investments and banks and stuff. Just collecting interest, not put into society to help make this world a better place. Like, if there are more people that had a heart like this lady, we could solve a lot of ills that exist in our communities.
Oh, so many.
And the Black Billionaires Club, they should be ashamed that we still have a lot of these issues that we have going on in our communities. It makes no sense.
It doesn't. It's just a lot of selfishness.
It's a lot of selfishness.
This money doesn't go anywhere with you whenever you die. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So the other thing, I was in a lot of internet arguments this week.
Arguing with a bunch of trolls that you don't even know. My brother. That's why I love you.
Yo, it's been a week. I'm sitting there. I be in the middle of applying to a job. Because there ain't nothing going on at the real job right now. Like, I'm going into the last week. They're paying
you to look for jobs.
I'm just like there. Yeah. Yes. And we're on a hiring freeze there anyway. Like, I work as a recruiter, by the way. Anybody got any recruiting
jobs? Anybody got any jobs out there for my brother?
Yeah. So, and we're on a freeze point. Ain't nothing going on. So, I'm like applying for jobs and, different stuff. But in between, I just happened to go on Instagram and on Hollywood Unlocked. And I saw what was going on in Ghana. Now, if you're not familiar with what happened in Ghana this week.
Cesspool of nothingness.
The parliament passed an anti-LGBTQ plus bill that could imprison people for years. So this bill was introduced to parliament 3 years ago and criminalizes members of the LGBTQ plus community as well as its supporters, including promotion and funding of related event activities and public displays of affection. So this bill was now sent to the president's desk to be signed into law, where people can be jailed up to like 3 to 5 years or more just for simply being who they are. And just think about all the ways that this could be mishandled and done with people. And it's just a lot.
I'm going to tell you what pisses me off the most about this. It's that Black people are supporting white Christian extremists.
This
is where it's come from. These white Christian extremists went on a mission to Uganda about a decade ago to spread this hate for the LGBTQ community. This is all they're doing. Came and said all these falsehoods and propaganda, and I'm sure gave all kinds of monies to the Uganda government and parliament. So just like, hey, well, y'all give me this money, we'll go ahead and support this.
Right.
And we have people supporting this stuff and like, oh yeah, this is great. Yeah, y'all love y'all white daddies. I just don't understand this. It just makes me so sick.
So sick. And so I just simply responded under, everybody knows Hollywood Unlocked. It's led by Jason Lee, CEO, who is a gay man. And all these people like supporting this and congratulating Uganda under this post. I just simply said, people congratulating this under a post from a feed led by a gay man is priceless.
That's pretty funny.
And everybody was in their feelings. And I just have been arguing down ever since.
They like it over here. They like it. They like it under Jason Lee's post.
They do.
They like it over there.
For the life of me, I just will not ever understand why people care so much about what's happening
in somebody
else's bedroom that's not yours.
I would never understand.
And then try to do this whole thing like the idea even behind Ghana, because they also throw in, when as African people do you use the language family values?
Never. It is white Christian conservatism written all over it.
It's so part of this bill is like the anti-LGBT and family values.
The LGBTQ community can't have a family,
right? And so they're talking about this is to protect the children and to protect like abuse, like protect child abuse. Excuse me?
Well, if y'all gonna protecting the child abuse, y'all should get rid of churches and preachers.
Excuse me? Yes.
Because that's where a lot of abuse is coming from. Are people that they know in their home or your crazy uncle or auntie.
And the thing is, like, abuse, it just lets you know how ignorant you are, because abuse has nothing to do with sexuality.
No.
That's all that's a whole different.
A lot of it has to do with proximity, just like everything else in life.
And it's about this power and control dynamic and a lot of other qualities that are outside of sexual orientation.
Exactly.
So this is just so stupid. It shows you how dumb and simplistic people's minds are, and how they still think all gay people come from being abused.
It's just crazy.
I can't believe people
so beyond
think
belief
like that still.
But this is like the first banana. Like, they always start with the LGBTQ, and then they're gonna start hacking away at everything else.
Oh,
so
talk about it.
Don't think they're not coming for you, because you're gonna be on the chopping block soon.
Talk about it. That just reminds me, and also the sweet, like what happened in Tennessee. Just to say what you're talking about. Hear how they just had a new measure that critics have been, really opposing and going in on, about how now they introduce how you can refuse to perform marriage based on a person's conscious or religious belief. So this version of the law, it doesn't specify under what criteria a person can decide whether to agree or refuse to marry someone. The idea is supposed to be around sexual orientation, but this opens the door up for
everything.
Everything.
Religious.
Look, I don't think you colored should be mixing.
Right.
Now, there's a lot of interracial stuff out here, baby.
A lot of those churches in the South don't believe in interracial mixing.
Okay.
Or, you a Muslim? Oh, no. We're not going to have that. Right. We don't have Muslims married here. But you know what? I love it when the tables are turned. I'm just waiting for somebody's like, I don't believe two white people deserve to be married.
Right. I'm just waiting for that.
I'm just waiting for that to happen.
See how y'all going to react.
Yes.
You're going to lose your minds.
Oh, you're a Presbyterian and you're a Catholic?
We can't do that.
I'm sorry.
We can't do that.
We can't do that. That's against my conscience. I can't do it.
And this new bill, like Tennessee is becoming one of the most strict places for gay people. If you remember, they tried to introduce the drag bill.
Yes.
To stop drag and stuff there. But like this bill now, because it used to be how there were like specific religious, if you were a religious priest or whatever the word is, you can decide not to perform. That was a thing.
Right.
But this opens the door now to include judges, county clerks, and government officials.
Also, anybody can make a decision. Why are they so obsessed with controlling people's life? I do not understand. Y'all can have the South. I want no parts of it. I'm sorry. I grew up in the South. I've seen enough of it.
I have zero desire.
No desire. Because these people are crazy and y'all are continuing not to vote your interest or simply not vote at all. So until the community does better, y'all get what y'all get.
You get what you... I love that. Yeah, get what you get.
You get what you deserve. You're putting these people in office to continue to do the same stuff, then God help you.
So these people, they're just so hypocritical, so contradictory, because just take P. Diddy, for instance, this week, where the producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones, he filed a $30 million civil suit against P. Diddy, alleging, sexual misconduct and a host of other illegal activities. It's a 70-page filing.
70?
Yes, that was submitted. Woo. So it goes through things like talking about whenever he was working on the Love album with Diddy, staying in multiple cities, saying that Diddy fondled his genitals.
This the new album that came out?
Uh-huh.
Wow, okay.
Saying that he fondled his genitals. He was sexually coercing him in various manners and holding parties where underage girls were in attendance while drugging attendees. He also accused him of brandishing guns, bragging about getting away with shooting people, and boasting about his powerful connections in a threatening manner. And in the suit that had everybody talking because of the footnotes, because he talks about ways that Diddy coerced them, and he talks about trying to get him to hook up with a rapper. And
R&B singer.
Yeah, the R&B singer.
And Stevie J.
And he alludes and he says that Diddy is saying like these men have done it before. And in the footnotes, he's clearly talking about Meek Mill and Usher. And so everybody has been going crazy and trying to figure out, I thought y'all don't care about sexuality. You want it out of your face.
Obsessed.
But now you obsessed and like
they're digging for
tell us, are you or aren't you? Did you do it or did you not? Like, why do you care?
Why do you care? Are you interested for a particular reason?
Right.
What's going on?
What's going on? And then Meek is out there now, and this leads to he had this one, I'm going to read this one quote that he had in this article where he denies, or that he put on X. He has a ton of stuff out there, but now, you got to boost your masculinity after all this stuff.
Hyper-masculinity is always the answer.
So he says, no man or whatever approached me about gay activity, and the whole place don't get flipped. Woke up seeing this on every blog like they know I'm coming. LOL. Okay, girl. Whatever. And then he goes on and him and academics get into it. He gets into it with Andrew Tate. And there's just
You mean Jerry?
Yes. And it's just all this stuff about how much he loves, and all that. If I need to bleep that, I will. And everything.
Kitty cat.
Yes, talking about you don't have to be all this hyper masculine thing, whatever. This is what happens. This is why Shannon Sharp unfriended or blocked
T.S. Madison. And they come from Uncle Shay Shay now.
Yes.
About, you see that on his TikTok?
Uh-huh.
The man had 3 hip surgeries, okay? So that's why he's switching a little bit or whatever y'all say he doing. Leave Uncle Shay Shay alone.
So much.
And y'all is upset.
You saw what they did to Beat Mill? Somebody
found his Twitter on X and him liking, allegedly liking gay porn.
Yes.
Well, a lot of people like gay porn. It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay, y'all. It's okay. And just because you follow someone or connected with someone that happens to be gay, okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. Like, I ain't got nothing else to say to them people. They just irritate me.
Yeah, so you've had a great week dealing with the crazies.
A wonderful, wonderful week. A wonderful week. It's been a battle, y'all, but I'm done with it. You want to talk about some sports?
Yes, please.
All right, let's talk about some sports. We had 2 big records that were broken this weekend. Okay. Caitlin Clark, just on Sunday, passed.
Today.
Yes.
Congratulations, Caitlin.
Passed Pete Maravich for the most points in the NCAA, which he had 3,667. I believe she scored about 35 points or something today. And she passed it on a pair of free throws. It was some bogus tech call. Yeah.
Well, but it's going to happen either way.
Yeah, it's going to happen either way. But she did it. She did a thing. And we also had LeBron James, who hit 40,000 points.
That's so crazy. Unbelievable.
First player to do that. He's already passed Kareem last year, but now 40,000 in the books. Only player in the NBA to do that in the regular season. It's amazing. That is amazing.
It makes no sense. I mean, that's something he doesn't even do best, score the basketball. Right. But, people are weird about this because with the advent of the three-pointer, but, he's not like a prolific three-point shooter, but he has a ton of shots that have three-point baskets to add to those points.
Yes. They do the same thing with Catlin, like during the era.
Yeah.
There weren't 3-point.
Would have had about 5,000.
He would have had, if 3-pointers counted doing Pistol Pete, you would not have caught that record. Exactly. And he did it in 3 years. Versus the 4. Yeah. So that's something to note too as well.
Not apples, apples.
Yeah. Are you impressed with one over the other?
I think they're both great within their own right. I don't want to be misogynist, but 40,000 points by LeBron was something that he doesn't do best. Like, to me, Caitlin's a scorer. Like, she can pass the ball or whatever, but
she's top 6 in assists.
She can pass the ball, but she is a scorer. That's what she does best. LeBron assists best, rebounds, that kind of stuff.
The intangibles. He's kind of like that's more.
He's more Magic Johnson than Michael Jordan.
I agree with that.
So to me, for him to have 40,000 points, it's crazy. It's ridiculous.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah. So I would have to maybe slide with LBJ just slightly, but I think what Caitlin's done is amazing.
I'm always going to go with what's on the top level. You're doing this against the cream of the crop, top athletes, the 40,000 points. You have played, I think I saw something, it was like 15,000 more minutes than Michael Jordan or something now.
It's crazy.
It was something ridiculous like that. Like, just the way that he has kept his body.
The longevity
of this is just so impressive.
The longevity at a high level. Like,
yes.
He's still.
Yes. Like, he's relied on. 10, like, 20, he is.
Yeah.
If he's not on that team.
He's on the team. They're not
they're only in the 10th place right now, I believe.
Well, it's the West.
Right. But if he wasn't there. Yeah, they are. If he wasn't there, they would be probably about last.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Like, it's just amazing. I would definitely side with LeBron on this. I need y'all to chill on the Caitlin with the greatest of all time. I understand.
in my
That's
Portia voice.
That's what's trending out there.
We don't be saying that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, like y'all so happy to see this happen. That's all we gotta say.
That's
because even there,
the cornfields love it.
It's like, to me, that is so much more incorporated in greatness. And like we talked about, I think it was on our last podcast, that level of greatness is tiered. And there's some things that are not accomplished
and don't have the opportunity to be accomplished at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just she's great.
She's great. No, I'm not going to her, but I'm just saying, greatest of all time. We can't go.
Ain't no GOAT status. No. There's more than scoring points.
Greatest of all time when it comes to.
I'm just gonna leave it there. Yes. I'm rocking with you. So I'm definitely more impressed with LeBron. We might bring back some rage. Let's see if you are enraged by this. Colin Cowherd had a list of his top 12 quarterbacks. So we're going to go in descending order here. We're going to start with 12 and work our way down to number 1. Okay. At number 12, he had Dak Prescott. Number 11, he has CJ Stroud.
Okay.
Number 10, Aaron Rodgers.
Current Aaron
Rodgers. Number 9, Kyler Murray.
Who? Okay.
Kyler Murray. Now, if you watch Colin, you know he loves him some Kyler Murray.
Loves Kyler Murray.
Number 8, Jared Goff. Number 7, Trevor Lawrence.
Sunshine.
Number 6, Justin Herbert.
Oh God!
You know how I feel. You know how I feel about that.
Love Justin Herbert.
Number 5, Matthew Stafford. Number 4, Lamar Jackson.
MVP.
Number 3, Joe Burrow.
He loves Joe Burrow.
He does. Even though he did note his injuries concern him, but not enough to not put him number 3.
Apparently not enough, right.
Number 2, Josh Allen. And number 1, Patrick Mahomes. There are, at least one notable person not present.
Yes.
Mr. Jalen Hurts.
Where is Jalen?
Nowhere to be found. They're on that list.
Let's just say this list is flawed and has some inaccuracies, in my opinion. And I rock with Colin a lot, but Colin was wrong.
Colin was wrong. That's
wrong on this list.
And he has some thoughts here at the end where he says, there's 2 guys in the league that I think I see a remarkably high ceiling, but I don't know Jalen Hurts and Jordan Love. 3 years of Hurts as a starter. Great. He great, or was it? I don't know. I think he's good, but we may have just seen a great coach, a perfect fit for Jalen. They love putting it on the coach whenever it's a certain
great fit. Like, isn't that the name of the game? Is that the knock for Justin Fields because they haven't put him in a great situation?
Right.
I mean, I don't understand that. That makes no sense.
It makes no sense. Why is Herbert there? Why is he there that high? Why is he a top 6? What has he won?
They are so in love with Justin Herbert.
Don't understand.
Listen, and at this point, even if he does something great, I'm not giving him no credit. I'll give him some credit because he's on the field doing it. But Harbaugh will be the reason why.
Right.
Because Harbaugh's going to coach him up. Harbaugh does not lose. He doesn't accept losers. So he's going to, break through that ceiling.
Absolutely.
But I've seen enough football, enough opportunities for him to come through in the clutch where he did not.
I would never, that 26, 27 point debacle.
Yeah, that's just unforgivable.
Ain't no way.
They top 6.
Y'all hold everything against Lamar with the playoffs, but apparently that
you can't even pay Lamar because his playoff record.
Right.
This guy has never won a playoff game. Been to the playoffs once.
Okay.
Oh, but he's top 6 without any questions
That
asked.
don't make no sense. And how's Lamar for like a 2-time MVP? Number
I mean,
4?
I'm sorry. He should be no lower than 2, in my opinion.
They love Josh Allen though. Like I
I mean, Josh
understand.
Allen's incredible,
He's
but
incredible.
he has shrunk in the biggest of moments.
Oh, right. That's not talked about
I mean,
though
at
in
least
the
Lamar
same
got to an
way.
AFC Championship game this year. This guy hasn't been beyond the divisional round.
Was it Ryan Clark calling that out that people was getting mad at?
Yeah,
Somebody.
Orlovsky and Rex Ryan were like trying to argue him down, and I appreciate Ryan Clark for standing 2 feet down.
Yes.
And it's like, no, I just need to see more. And thank you. If he's going to be number 2, I need to see more. I need to see the results. Jalen's been to a Super Bowl. He went toe to toe, outplayed Mahomes in that Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
So I was sitting up for Jalen Hurts. The breakdown last year to me had nothing to do with Jalen Hurts' ability. He was clearly hurt. He was injured.
Yeah.
And playing. AJ Brown was injured and playing. So they were just broken as a team. And their coach went bananas, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
After that sideline incident with the holdback guy was being suspended, he was unhinged. Like, the coach is the issue on this team, the head coach.
I agree.
So
that's what it seems like from what I've heard, or what I've seen reported. Yeah, we got some work to do with there, but the other talk is around the potential number 1, Caleb Williams.
Yes.
There have been reports, and people are reading this a lot of very differently. Like, of course, it's usual. A lot of people don't choose not to participate in the combine or the throwing and doing all this. But he also said he is not releasing his medical records, is not taking the medical exams. And his thought process is all 32 teams can't get me. So I would do the medical evaluations for the team that he goes to visit. Whoever he's doing visits with, he'll do a medical evaluation then.
Hello.
But he's not, and that's something new that hasn't been done. So it's making some people like a little cause for concern, like why he's doing this. But Caleb gives me like he's this guy who wants to pave his own path.
He does it his own way, and that's what I like about him.
Yeah.
He's like, listen, y'all may have done it this way, but I'm not doing this.
Yes.
And he must be, what's the fake after millennial? Gen?
Oh, yeah. Gen Z.
Gen Z or something. He must be a Gen Z or something.
Yeah, I think he would fit in the. He's a Gen Z.
They're going to do it their own way.
They do.
I respect that. And I'm glad his father is like 110% behind his son.
He is.
It's like, listen, it's no division here.
He's coming in, not having an agent, not doing all this. It's all like family, and they're working to it like it's
very much Lamar Jackson, which I think everybody gave him grief for, but it worked out in the end.
What do you think is gonna right? Exactly. Yeah, I was thinking about Lamar. Do you think so? It's pretty clear the Bears are getting rid of Justin Fields, and now
I wish we could get Caleb here in DC.
I know. That's what I'm wondering. Do you think DC is going to make a push, like to try to get up?
They have anything worth to give Chicago.
Yeah.
To move up to number 1.
It would be poetic justice though, like if he did come to DC.
Oh, really perfect.
I'd love to see that happen.
Yes, and then the AFC East will belong to the Skins.
Absolutely.
Next year. They will win next year.
Absolutely.
I would believe that.
But it's going to be a hot, like, little off market here with Justin Fields, Kirk Cousins.
Sorry, I should say Commanders. I apologize.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I forgot. With Justin Fields, Kirk Cousins, and Denver.
Wilson?
Yes. Russell Wilson. All this kind of going around out there who might. I was seeing this week that Atlanta is no longer, because it used to be like, oh, Justin's the top choice for Atlanta, but now they're saying Kirk Cousins.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, like Kirk Cousins has become
going to Atlanta. Now he's so poetic for him to go to Atlanta.
But now, like Kirk Cousins seems to be taking the lead in that. And like Kirk Cousins is such a hot commodity now, like for all these teams. Like everybody kind of wants Kirk Cousins.
Ancient, though. Like, why don't you get somebody you can build a future with?
I don't understand.
Oh my goodness.
I don't get it. And I like seeing all the support for Justin that was kind of coming out this week.
Well, bring Justin to Washington.
I would do that. And people the question was asked, like, what would you give up for him? And it's only one team. I don't know who it wasn't like let out who was saying what, but only one person said they're willing to do something in the first round. Everybody was like second and third.
Well, I heard second and third.
That's the
round would be probably the asking price. Well, the price that they settle on. I think Russell. Maybe going to Pittsburgh is the talk.
That's the talk. That's what I've been here about that. I think that's an amazing fit.
If he went to Pittsburgh,
yeah.
Watch out for the Steelers.
I think that's an amazing fit.
Yeah.
If that happened. We'll see. It's going to be an interesting time here coming up.
Week, so
it was.
Time is ticking.
It is. It's ticking.
But the draft
is ticking.
April,
don't know.
Yeah, it's coming up.
It's coming up.
Yeah.
It definitely is coming up. Who
is that? Did you hear about Harrison? They're talking trash about him.
I did.
By not interviewing.
Yes.
You ever leave these kids alone?
Because they see what happens to the interviews.
They chop you up and spit you out and have these falsehoods come out against you. Talk about your family.
Y'all see what CJ Stroud is doing right now. But
he couldn't read and write.
Exactly.
Like he was dumb.
Yes. I wouldn't want to do any of these interviews either. How people are going to interpret this. Not whenever these old fogies are still back there doing this.
Thank you. When they start looking like us in the background, things will get
maybe you'll do it. But we know like how judgmental.
And everybody loved Bill Polian. He was like Lamar Jackson's a running back or wide receiver.
Yeah.
And now he's won 2 MVPs.
Okay.
Like these old farts need to go somewhere and sit down.
Yeah. Who else was talking about? I know you was talking about people with Caleb saying he's a 4th round.
Yeah, I think this is just a scrub. Like somebody that's a hater. This person claims to be a former scout. I'm like, yeah, I can see why you're a former scout.
Yeah.
He had the nerve to say, yeah, I've watched all of Caleb's tape, and I've seen how he's interacted with coaches and
what does that mean?
Combine, and I'm sorry, but he's nothing greater than a 4th round pick.
Whatever.
Like, these people are ridiculous.
And I think it was Merrill. Was it Merrill?
Merrill Hodge.
Merrill Hodge talking about saying like, oh, Drake May is the number 1. Yeah. Like he's like so out on Caleb and stuff and everything. Yeah. I mean, I'm a Tar Heel person and all this, but
in Pittsburgh. So what is he talking about?
No, Drake May. I mean, I respect you. I like you, but number 1, no.
I'm sorry. Drake May was really inconsistent.
Very. He was very inconsistent.
Football
he was very inconsistent.
And he was very inconsistent.
Yeah, definitely was. I think he has potential, but no.
And I think he'd probably go maybe New England. Maybe they'll draft him in Atlanta.
Yeah,
I can see that. Since they're not going with Justin, which I don't understand.
All right. Well, you got anything sports-wise again? Well, I think we might be wrapped up on that.
I just want to say congratulations to my South Carolina women's basketball team. Just finished their undefeated season with a victory over Tennessee. I love Dawn Staley. Like,
yes,
that's my shero.
Yes.
Like, if I would play for any coach, it would be Dawn Staley in the entire in the United States of America.
That is awesome. Oh, and let's not leave before saying congratulations to our nephew.
JP,
your senior night. Yes, JP at Eastern Tennessee State University. And he's also now tied, I saw today, with his 71 blocks in the season. He's tied for the all-time record.
My prediction, he's going to
break this record. So he's going to break it. He's going to break it. That is amazing, JP. We love you. So, yes. But definitely there. So we have a few things to end on here. Little quick segments for you. First, we'll send out, before we get into that, little quick thoughts and prayers for Mitch McConnell.
Thoughts and prayers, girl. Bye, Queen.
That turtle. So gosh. That was terrible. And if she mentioned Ronald Reagan one more time in that speech,
Now, obsession, much
Obsessed
with Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan.
to the point that got married on Ronald Reagan's birthday.
Weird.
So strange.
So strange. These people love Ronald Reagan. I tell you that. Don't Tiffany Cross. You get mentioned again. She had a read for. You have to watch or listen to Tiffany Cross.
I am. That's my thing this week.
MSNBC.
I'm listening to it
It
this week.
stems around Ronald Reagan
Really?
and Joe Scarborough.
And Joe?
Yes.
Oh gosh, I'm listening to this week.
Yes.
I'm getting into
It's
this.
so good.
All right. We have 2 ending segments for you that we want to do. The first is what we're going to introduce is our video of the week. All right. And this week is one my brother sent to me.
Me?
Yes.
Wow.
One that you sent to me from Miss, and I don't want to mess her name. I think it's Ari Nicole. Way to say it. I know she's from Alabama. Listening to her TikToks. I think she said Alabama. So y'all probably saw the viral video of a woman complaining about receiving $30 for lunch in her cash out.
Oh my God.
So if you've not heard this story, she's telling a story about what happened to her today, where this guy reached out to her on Instagram and was like, "Can I send you money, basically, for lunch, do something nice for you?" She was like, "Sure." She's thinking she's gonna get like $100 because that's how I eat.
Apparently, she need groceries.
Apparently, and he sends her $30. Total stranger, don't know her, because send her $30 for lunch, and she is poo-pooing that. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? Go to Chick-fil-A? She was like, I like a 4-course meal. I like to get an appetizer, a meal, a drink, a dessert whenever I eat.
What's wrong with a hate sandwich? We're not gonna get a hate sandwich every now and then.
And where are you spending $100 lunches in Alabama? Like, that ain't
The Golden
that
Corral.
ain't happening.
She was gonna go to Corral and get the whole buffet.
Right. Like,
Buffet for 2.
like you said, I think she is definitely getting groceries.
Oh, she want groceries. She got a kid at home.
Something that's happening.
Going on.
Something else is going there. Who would complain about $30 for lunch? Like, how much do y'all spend on lunch? Like, I'm confused.
Unless you get Uber Eats and you getting something at an inflated price, then you have to pay tip the driver, pay for the taxes. Okay, that may be $30.
I'm looking for the cheapest thing I can find at lunch.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, Popeyes, you got a deal this week? Oh, you got something? Oh, my Peruvian place. Y'all be having that cheap lunch right up there down the street.
Nice salad.
Okay.
Yes, I'll take that. Some soup.
$30. I wish somebody would send me $30. Somebody want to cash out me $30? I'll take it.
I'm gladly gonna take it.
Right.
And have a nice lunch and be thankful.
But she's been getting read for her rights. As she should.
Yes. The Jackhole of the day.
All right. That's our video of the week. And now we're going to our casting couch. Our new segment. Who would we like to cast on our couch?
If I could have
based on this week.
Couch this week.
Yes.
Yes.
You want to start it off?
Sure. I'm picking this individual to be on my casting couch because they did what I finally wanted them to do. They went on the offensive and they read those conservatives for their rights. And that would be the one, the only Hunter.
Not the one, the only.
Thank you, Hunter. And a special shout out to you for reading Matt Gaetz.
Oh, that face.
Quote, Mr. Biden, Hunter Biden, from Matt Gaetz, when you were working with the Ukrainians, were you on drugs? Hunter Biden's response, do you think you should be asking me this question? Considering your drug-related offenses? Thank you. Hunter went on the offensive with all the children. And the guy who led the freaking investigation didn't even ask Cromer, I think is his name, didn't even ask him one question before he left the investigation.
Didn't ask him
one question.
Oh my
Hunter read them down for Phil so badly that they left without a whimper. Oh, Hunter, please join our casting couch.
Come on, Hunter. You are allowed. All right. Mine, it might not be as positive.
That's okay. all kinds of people on this casting couch.
For all my Love is Blind fans, I have caught up this week. I did a mass catch up, and I am up to date and ready for the new ones, and I cannot wait for this reunion. But I need Miss Chelsea, Miss AKA Megan Fox, because that's who she said people say she looked like. Don't look nothing like no Megan Fox. I need to figure out what is going on in your head. Can you just sit on the couch so I can get in this therapy session? Brother, if you watch Love is Blind, and the people that watch it know what I'm talking about, Chelsea is that person that would start an argument about anything.
I've seen like Chelsea, and what I've seen, I can agree with you.
Oh my gosh, it is driving me crazy. And I can't wait to see if there's going to be 2 yeses that are said here on their day or get married. Because if I can't even remember his name right now, it doesn't slip my mind. But if your fiance says yes, he need his head checked. But he's from North Carolina, from some little town in North Carolina too.
Yeah, he gonna say
they were in Charlotte this season. But
were they?
Yes, they're giving North Carolina down too. The one some of them that's down.
Boy.
But Chelsea, oh my gosh, it annoying, just so annoying. Like just picking fights. Your problem is you get to drinking, and then you just go out. Like she's the type of person that will ruin a relationship before it starts. Like will find a way just to ruin it. And we was having this conversation in our Bravo chat little thing we got with some of our friends. And we're watching Love is Blind too. And somebody was saying she gives me the type of person that watches you as you sleep. Like that kind of psycho.
Stalking.
And so I said, I'm going to bring this question up on the podcast. Because Bree, you said I could use your name.
Come on, Bree.
Bree was like, I watch my man when he's sleeping. It was like, well, Bree, you crazy too.
No.
Do you think that's crazy?
Not at all.
Oh my gosh, my brother's crazy. Do you watch your significant other while they sleep?
Sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
My brother is a psycho. Could you imagine somebody waking up and just say you stare? Actually, that has happened to me.
I would play it off. I'm like, oh, I'm just waking up too.
Psycho. Completely psycho.
It depends how much I care about you. Like, yeah. If I'm in love with you, absolutely, I'm staring.
Oh boy.
You're so beautiful and perfect.
Bye. Can't do it. Won't do it. You need to start walking up on out this house right now.
Okay. Ain't no shame in my game.
Y'all heard it here.
I'm psycho.
I just learned this Parker is a psycho.
I'm a fire sign, baby. So is Bree. We fire signs. We love hard.
Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the podcast today.
I did. I enjoyed it.
Make sure you're liking,
subscribing,
following,
sharing,
doing all the above on all platforms. All right. Check us out on YouTube if you want to see us, or just listen to us on all the podcasting platforms. All right. But until next week, y'all have a better week than I did this previous way. It is.
Yeah.
It's going to be a beautiful week this week. All right.